like,
Dude, I beat her ass.
no, you won't. Oh, we're live now. Oh wait, we're live. We're live, man. Can you?
Is it on your Twitter so I can share it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There it is. There it is.
I do Twitter. I do Instagram, Facebook. You know,
Yeah,
we gotta wait
right
for a few people to pop in. Thank you, baby.
Excuse me. Ugh.
How was your weekend, Cody? I mean, your week, bro.
It's good. Learning a lot. Got on a few roofs. Hopefully, we can close on some stuff next week.
For sure. I mean,
got a door slammed in my face once, though. That was fun.
Oh, so you're doing door to door?
Yeah, for right now.
Okay, that's not bad. I used to work for AT&T, dude, and I would go door to door and try to sell cable.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's tough.
You know how many doors got slammed in my face? Hundreds.
I don't know. I feel like roofing is a little bit easier than cable.
I don't know, because roofing, they'd be like, that's too much of a investment.
Most people just get it off insurance. Insurance pays for most of it. All they're paying is the deductible.
And how much is the deductible?
Depends on the house value and your insurance. So it's usually 1% to 2% of the house value. So could be $1,500, could be $3,000. More expensive houses, it's going to be more. But
Cody, we have nobody on the live stream, bro. That's a first. We usually get somebody.
Yeah, right. Let me see. We live.
We are live.
Okay, someone just commented.
Oh, who knows a good way to stream the Astros? Who we signing already with the questions? I mean, if you have Xfinity or you have AT&T, that's a good way to watch the Astros. I mean, they're kind of being so strict with the COVID going on that you can't really stream stuff. I think Reddit has them. That's pretty much it. Welcome, Derek Hernandez, Vibe player. Who are we signing? We don't know. You know. He's back. Dookie 101. How is it going, my guys? You know, Dookie is a friend. Not friend, he's a family of the channel. But Cody, Houston, Texas training camp has been going on. Mm-hmm. We've heard a lot of good things. We heard some other things that are not going good. First of all, Kahale Waring. We've heard that he hasn't practiced, and then he did practice, and he had a good day. I mean, I would think it'll be disappointing if we do not see Kahale Waring on the field this year.
Oh, definitely, man. When we first drafted him, I wasn't too high on the pick because we just drafted 2 tight ends the year before. And we spent another third on a tight end. But after watching this film, I liked what I saw for the reception.
Little that he had.
Yeah, the ability he had as a pass catcher, not necessarily as a blocker. So I see it. It's just like I thought last year was an IR stash, which it still could have been. But it's not going good so far in this offseason. We need to see something, or he's just going to get flat out cut, and it's a waste of a draft pick.
Ashton Keeler said when he released an album, I cannot rap, bro. Maxo, see you tomorrow, big dog. Don't come empty-handed. White player said we need Logan Ryan. I don't think so. You know, Logan Ryan led up the most receptions last year in the NFL and was targeted one of the most, in the NFL as well.
Over 100 targets.
Over 100 targets and 84 receptions to be exact. We don't need that.
Okay, look, I wouldn't mind trying him as a safety, but as a corner, no. As a strong safety, with his blitzing ability, I like. And, he'd be playing strong safety, so it wouldn't be asked to do single high, anything like that. I wouldn't mind it, but it depends on the price at that point. And if it's $10 million like he wants, then no, go somewhere else.
I mean, the Houston Texans do have one more space, so
yeah.
Who knows who it's going to be? We've heard some rumblings here and there. So we're just going to be waiting. Big news should be coming soon. Dookie Source said, which left tackle would you choose, Laramie Tunsil or Dwayne Brown? Laramie Tunsil. Oh, I don't know.
Dwayne Brown was pretty good, man. So age definitely does matter. If we're talking about both prime, I think Laramie has some great potential, but just going off what I know for Dwayne Brown, did you see what it was from? I believe it was I forget the Twitter account, but he asked which line would you take, the 2015 line or the 2019 line?
Yeah, I chose the 2019 line based off potential.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Dude, Brandon Brooks, Dwayne Brown, and I like Ben Jones. I know you're big on Nick Martin, but personally, last year kind of makes it a little bit more difficult. But I would take Ben Jones over Nick Martin before last year for sure.
Let's
the problem with the 2015 line is Xavier Suafilo.
Yeah, that's the only downfall. What is up, Rob Hugs? Game Juice, hey Ruben, thanks for helping me with my fantasy the other day, bro. Hey, no worries, guys. Like I said, if you want to not call me, I'm sorry. If you want to text me, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. It is at 713HSP. I answer more there. Like, don't be afraid to hit me up. I work a lot, but I'll make sure to give you, an answer. Dead Shred, who has been just there since the beginning. What is up, Ruben? What is up, my guys? Hope you guys are having a blessed Friday. I know the Astros are going on, so keep me updated with the score. LCB the Ghost said, what's good? What is good? White Player says, we can't wait longer. Well, I agree. Training camp is here. We are less than 20 days away from Texans versus Chiefs, and that is just something I am super, super excited about. But, who do you think the big player is, or like the last spot for?
Honestly, I think they'll sign someone, a no name, to fill the 80 for right now. But I don't know. I think it's going to be after the last set of cuts when we bring in someone. I think because these teams can't hold 80 players.
Yeah,
some of them know it's going to be cut. We don't know who yet. We don't know for what team yet, but. Let's wait. I think we're waiting to sign someone after the last set of cuts before the season.
Yeah. Duke Isor DM me on Instagram. Yes, he did. Maxwell said, you left me on scene. Absolutely not. You're the one who doesn't answer.
Bro, Ruben leaves us all on scene.
The only person who I don't leave on scene is like my wife. Hey, Will, I said, how about them Rockets? How about them, dude? No Westbrook? And yeah, they look unstoppable. Kenneth was right. Kenneth said that, that he's not worried about the Bucks, that Giannis only has one move. He's going to spin and dunk. And all I've seen him do is spin and dunk. But Harden, fantastic. And it's only going to get better when Westbrook gets here. Mr. LBC the Ghost, I got the Texans winning 38-35. Week 1, obviously. I wouldn't be mad. Look, obviously, I'll be super excited the Houston Texans win that game. If that was the same score and the Houston Texans lose, I would still be very excited about that score because I will we are on the verge because you got to think about it. The offense hasn't clicked yet they put up 35 points against the Super Bowl returning champs. Basically returning 19, 16 starters back on or 20 starters?
Yeah, whatever it was. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, a huge amount of starters are coming back. Whether it's we lose by that score or we win by that score, I'm going to be excited either way. Because now the vision, the vision is what I want the Houston Texans to get. And this is when I was talking to Kenneth earlier, dude. I've talked horrible mess about, Bill O'Brien. But if he gets the players to buy in, then that's something.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really have much more to touch on that because it's just a wait and see kind of thing.
It's just a wait and see game.
But, dude, I will say, Kansas City game, man. One guy I'm worried about is Clyde Hilaire. I'm worried about him.
He's my number 1 pick for fantasy football.
Dude, I'm so worried about him. Because, think about it. Who's covering Kelsey?
Lonnie.
Lonnie and probably help.
I think Lonnie wants it because he got abused.
But he has to have help from Murray, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you got Roby on Reek, right?
Yes, sir.
Conley on Mecole Hardman. And you're going to have Justin Reed over the top.
And I'm not worried about that either,
But who's covering Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield?
I mean, that's why I say Dylan Cole needs to stay healthy.
Oh, he does. But
Dylan Cole could stay with running backs. It's just
he can, but again, it's a Will Fuller type thing. Your health is your wealth.
well, I mean, hey, it's week 1. He's gonna be there regardless.
Oh, yeah,
So,
right. But he is coming back off injury. We've seen people come back off injury pretty slow.
yeah, but it's an ACL though. Nowadays, ACLs are like you're breaking the bone.
Even Watson came off slow after his ACL tear the year after when we started 0-3.
Yeah.
But it's just, dude, if we have our linebackers covering Clyde, man, it's going to be rough.
Sam Abraham said, waiting for practice throwing and get in and drop a Clowney bombshell. We are too. I mean, he usually comes in on Fridays. You know, he just drops in. Antonio Garcia said, what's up, Mr. 713? Yes, guys, the reason why he is saying Mr. 713 is we are changing the channel. And what I mean by changing the channel is we're going to get more professional. We're going to be more of what you guys need, right? I'm now going to go by Mr. 713. You know, y'all still know me as Ruben, but the channel is going to be completely different. It's going to be much better. The content is going to be coming out like crazy, but this is what we're here to do. We're here to ball out. So I have a quick question for you guys. You know, so mostly I just want to ask my followers, man, like, how old are you guys? Because Cody, you know, we have a range of followers, dude. I mean, like, we both do. We have them from all the way to 12 years old, all the way to freaking 60 years old.
Yeah, the YouTube Studio app it gives us
age,
a list
right?
of your ages, like who's viewing you, and it ages from, like you said, 13 to like 35, 40. So
let me know, guys, how old are you guys? You know, so I can get a view of what we got going on. Angus, not the meat, but Angus said Justin Reed are going to pick Mahomes week 1, in my opinion. That's the goal. Viper said waiting for Patrick. We're all waiting for Patrick to come in. Destra says any team we play is going to have to deal with the GOAT, John Weeks. John Weeks is unstoppable. One of the best line slappers in the NFL. Destiny Rojas said, hi, Destiny. Congratulations on your brand new baby. You know, because I want to build a community, Cody. Like, I want these people to be able to hit me up if they have life problems or stuff.
Like the dude said earlier, I mean, you helped him with his fantasy draft. Mm-hmm. I mean, we both know Louis. I'm helping him with his fantasy draft when it comes up.
Yeah, shout out to Louis, dude.
Always reach out to us, man. I will say, but I built some cool connections doing this stuff. You, Pat. I've had a guy from a Bengals fan base I've never met in person. He works overseas. Come on my channel, and he's going to come on my channel more when we face them this year.
Yeah, I mean,
you too. I mean, everyone you've met, a lot of people I met through you. So you're obviously my biggest one. So it's been cool. I mean, the guys from Texans Unfiltered, Texans Thoughts,
they're
James, John,
OGs up there, man. Samuel said the biggest question is how are the trees going to cover all our weapons? That's a good question too. You know, if you've been watching the training camps, you know who looks really good? David Johnson. He looks fast. He looks swift. And you brought it up today. You said, you know, even though I didn't like the trade, I love his pass catching ability.
I did say
Cody,
that, which I've said.
How dangerous can it be with his pass catching?
I mean, the thing is with me, it can be dangerous.
Yes.
But we had Duke last year, and Duke might be the best pass catching back in the league. Just from a pure pass catching standpoint.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. Here's the thing on that is I think O'Brien was in his kind of going back to his old ways, like, hey, I need a running back who could ground and pound. And that's what Carlos Hyde is. David Johnson is completely different. David Johnson, I'm going to say this right now. David Johnson's skill set is the best running back we've had since Arian Foster. Somebody who could catch the ball and run the ball. And Duke Johnson's only going to feed off that.
That's right. The point I was getting to was we didn't use him enough.
Oh, I agree. Game. We ran more screens with DeAndre Hopkins than we ran with Duke Johnson.
Exactly. We have to use him to get his full potential. I mean, like you just said, 2016, at his peak, we saw he was a complete back. It's getting back to that form is the thing for me. So it's just his pass catching potential is there. You just have to use him correctly. That's my problem with the Duke Johnson trade. Like, you gave up a third for a running back, and you didn't use him enough. Like,
I agree.
It's just that's ridiculous to me.
You know, Cody, how deep are we in the chat? Because we have a bunch of comments, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm watching the chat on my screen over here on the right, so I'm not in the actual app.
Let me double check real quick. But I mean, I'm just excited for this team in general. I put out a tweet today that a lot of people really got pissed off at about how we haven't been to any division, like any deep playoff runs. And they're like, oh, that's stupid. That's dumb. And then it's just like, as Texans fans, we need to have expectations for this team. We need to stop just saying making the playoffs is okay.
Did you see Texans Unfiltered poll today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we need to make it to the dance, man. Like it's too long. We've just been knocking on the freaking door, and it's time to just kick it open. We're 20 people deep right now, guys. Hey, welcome to the chat on a Friday. Let me know, guys, where are you guys from? Y'all from Houston? Y'all from Austin? Y'all from Dallas? I don't know why you would go to Dallas, but are y'all halfway across the world? Please let me know where you guys from, so I can get a kind of generalization of where you guys are. Mr. Cruz Richard, sorry, bro.
Let's ask the chat about that poll real quick, because I kind of want to talk about it.
Yeah. Go.
It was the poll is 2 questions.
Yes.
Which team would you rather have? One that makes the playoffs for 10 years and loses in the first or second round, gets kicked out of the first or second round. Or you make a Super Bowl, you win the AFC Championship game, you make the Super Bowl, you lose that Super Bowl, and then you have a 5-year drought not making the postseason. Which one would you rather have?
I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Dude, I mean, yeah. Even look. Ultimately, I agree with you, right? Ultimately, neither one does anything for me. We didn't win the big game, right?
No, but I'd rather be at the dance.
Yeah, of course, but when I answered that question, I was looking at it for the future, right? So you make the Super Bowl, then you have to rebuild essentially. What is the 10 years of playoffs getting kicked to the second round doing for you?
It does absolutely nothing.
You're still having that heartbreak every year, and you're not getting the high first-round picks.
Exactly.
So you're not being able to rebuild, and you're just settling for that playoff appearance. I would rather rebuild and sacrifice, having 5 bad seasons or whatever it is, to sacrifice to make for the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, for my team to have a chance in the long run, I would take having 5 bad seasons or whatever, whatever it may be. That's if we get the correct coaching, we get the correct drafting in there. Now,
no question.
Now, look at the 49ers. That's my example I kept bringing up. 2012. Make a Super Bowl. They had to rebuild from there, right?
Yeah.
They had a good season after that, but after that they had to rebuild. And it was a little bit longer than 5 years. 8 years. They're back in the Super Bowl. Of course, they lost again, but they gave their team that chance.
And that's what I think people are not really like acknowledging the fact that making the playoffs and losing don't mean nothing.
You're getting the same heartbreak. You're losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, even more, because if you go to the Super Bowl regardless, I'm going to cry. If we win, I'm going to cry. If we lose, I'm going to cry. But the fact that the Jaguars, the Titans, the Colts have been 1 game away. The Jaguars were 1 play away from being in the Super Bowl. And it irks me because we should be there. We've had more talent on our team than any one of those guys. So that's why I'm saying, and I'm sorry if I go on a rant, ladies and gentlemen, but this season is Super Bowl or bust. You need to make the Super Bowl, at least make it to the AFC Championship. So I could see that this is going.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. I got to see
a lot of
there.
People who say, well, it's not about the AFC Championship. It's about the Super Bowl. Where do we need to go first? The AFC Championship. I mean, it's ludicrous, ladies and gentlemen. Cruz Richard, how you doing, bro? He said, what about Lamar Miller? Lamar Miller's not going to come back unless there's an injury.
Well, he signed with New England.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, duh. Yeah. Any big names available to still be signed? I mean, there's Clowney. I mean, there's just Davion Clowney. Who knows where he's going to go? We'll get more on that later. Aaron Rodgers, the fake Aaron Rodgers said, "I really don't appreciate Jordan Love's supporters, so I guess I don't appreciate his family." Huh? Yeah. Dead Shred said, I'm a 55 Gen X, make a living playing the guitar, doing studio work these days, living party through the 80s, which was awesome. I want to party with Dead Shred. I bet he has some stories, man. And that's the beauty of what we do, Cody. I mean, we talk to people who we've never thought we will ever be talked to. Cruz Richard said it all starts with defense. I agree.
Down there and get it.
I think it does start with the defense. I think the defense has to take a toll, right? And there he is, Mr. Cody, getting yelled at by his girlfriend. It's okay.
She tried to make me go down there and get the pizza right now.
Hey, they say happy wife, happy life. Or like my dad loves to say, it's cheaper to keep her. But then I had an uncle who said, I don't know, sometimes it's better off with half. Cruz Richard said he's H-Town. H-Town, man. What's going down, football? I can't really say the curse word, but yes, guys. Shout out to South Sports, man. People who've been doing it forever. Not forever, about 5-6 years, man. Angus said, I'm taking the Super Bowl any day of the week. Also, Dejo said he's from Dirty Baytown. Footballer Gerardo, love Gerardo, man. He's one of the funniest dudes out there. He said, I'd rather win a Super Bowl 1 year and don't make the playoffs for 3 years in a row. That's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I mean, for sure.
Dude, I mean, my co-host, Cody, he tells me every day, they have 5 Super Bowls, but he was like he wasn't alive for the last one. He said he would kill just to get 1 Super Bowl and then go drought for 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, look, and here's the thing. If the Astros won a World Series, do I care if they win another one? Of course. But am I going to be sad? No.
You got to see the one.
Yeah, because you got one. The same thing with the Rockets. If they win a Super Bowl, then I don't care what they do for the next couple of years. If it's the Texans, if you win the Super Bowl, then your mission is complete. After 20 freaking years of being in the NFL and 12, 13 starting quarterbacks, 4 head coaches, multiple all-pro players. It is now your time. And yet, everybody will be fulfilled if you win the Super Bowl. Cameron said, what is up? Jared Gay said, tell this gentleman he is invited to Tri-Ball game in September. Cody, this is the game I was telling you about, bro. This dude made up a game called Tri-Ball with like football involved in it. We have to go play. It's pretty, the way it sounds out, it's pretty fun. Cruz Richard says, thank you for the $4.99. First time tuning in. Texans pride. Yeah, you know what to do. It's H-Town all day. H-Town till I drown. I was going to wear my Texans shirt, but it was dirty, so I'm rocking the Dunder Mifflin shirt from The Office. Cody, I know you want one. But speaking of shirts, guys, if somehow I came out with merch, would you guys buy it? Let me know.
Just real quick, Parks and Rec is better than The Office.
Absolutely not. No, sir. No way. Ever. No. Oh.
Yes, it is.
Boneham Park in Sharpstown. Nice part of town. Very nice part of town. Xavier said, any news on JD Clowney? Well, the last news that we heard is that Bill O'Brien talked to him, right? They had a conversation. Basically said, I'm sorry that we, messed up the whole trade situation. If I made you an offer, would you be willing to come back? And Clowney says, I don't know. He says, I have to think about it. But if you're Clowney, Cody, where are you going to go? Us or Tennessee?
If I'm Clowney, it depends on the money, of course. I mean, it's always.
What if it's the same amount of money? Texans tight ends offer 1 year, 14.5.
Okay, it's tough because I'm thinking it through Clowney's mind, right?
So go
and
first.
The way I was treated from Houston. I know Bill just called me and apologized, but the way I was treated, I was gonna. He was holding out, but he was gonna play the first game of the season, and then Bill put him on the trade block. But at the same time, Bill could have traded him to Miami and didn't do that, and he traded him to somewhere he wanted to go. Man, but if I'm Clowney, just to give it to us, I think I would choose Tennessee. Just because one, he likes Vrabel. 2, he likes Jonathan Joseph. 3, I think that defense is more talented, and he would like to be over there with that defense.
Here's the thing. about that situation. If I'm Clowney, and this is and I really try to get at this with a non-biased approach, right? I looked at it and I'm like, you gotta come home. You gotta come him to call you and say I effed up the situation. And for that I am sorry. And not only that, he still lives here. He still trains here. He lives right next to Will Fuller. So who knows if he is not if if Will Fuller is not talking to him. Also, the whole Jonathan Joseph thing, it's like, hey, he's only going to be here 1 year. He might get cut.
Well, Clowney's deal is 1 year too.
Yeah, but
look,
I mean, it could go either or. If
I was just putting it through Clowney's head. One,
if
he probably
I'm
wants to give it to us. Ultimately, like in the back of his head, he wants to give it to us. He's got two guys that he likes there, and Vrabel, the head coach, and then Jonathan Joseph. And not non-biased here, that defense is more talented than ours.
But is Clowney the type of player that fits the Texans or fits the Tennessee Titans? Because Clowney to me is
Weaver runs
a player. No, I mean not skill wise, personnel wise.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I mean, scheme wise, they run the same thing. Well, at least Weaver's supposed to be running the 3-4. We don't exactly know yet. I personally think Clowney needs to put his hand in the dirt as a D end in a 4-3. But if they're both running 3-4, him as that Sam linebacker in Tennessee is a better fit personnel wise. Because what do we do with Merciless?
I mean, that's true.
Like,
but
we couldn't make it work when they were here the first time.
I was thinking of it more as Jadeveon Clowney is a swag type of player. He's a player that's going to come out with the expensive clothes, the expensive cars, the expensive jewelry. And that is what the Houston Texans have. They have Deshaun Watson, who is one of the freshest, youngest, swaggest, somebody who has a bunch of drip in the NFL. I think that fits Clowney more. I think this team fits Clowney more. But then again, it's all up to him. I mean, the thing that he went with O'Brien, I mean, I don't know how you just forgive that and say, man, I mean, you screwed me over. When I wanted to be here, you sent me to somewhere else. But it's a tough one. It could go either way. Like,
okay,
like who's to say it's not 50-50 right now that he's thinking it's either Houston or Tennessee.
Yeah, for sure. So I see this question. Can you explain how Tennessee's defense is better than Texans?
Yeah, the defense is better than the offense. I don't agree. Like, I don't.
Yeah, but he wants me to explain, so I will. They both run 3-4s, right?
Yep.
They have
an amazing secondary, two safeties.
Those two safeties overall are better than our two safeties, and I love Justin Reed.
Malcolm Butler's a beast.
Malcolm Butler, and it's more Adoree Jackson has picked it up the last few years.
Yes, he has.
Now, they just drafted another corner in the second round, the one from LSU. Potential, of course. Overall, I take our two corners over their one. So that evens out the secondary. Both of their middle line, 3-4 again, linebackers.
Very good.
Both of their middle linebackers are young. Both had 100 tackles last season. So did ours.
Yep.
I take Cunningham over one of them. But
I'll take our linebacking core over theirs.
They're better in pass coverage.
Because of Zach Cunningham.
Right. I'll take Zach Cunningham over either one of those guys.
Yep.
Two of them better in coverage than both of our guys, to be just completely blunt. And they both are decent in run game and young. Like, I think both of them are younger than Cunningham. I could be wrong on that. Jerron Brown might be the same age. Okay. Vic Beasley is trash. I can't stand that dude.
First of all, we gotta
take
say
Whitney
hi to
Merciless.
somebody.
I take Whitney Merciless
over Corey. Dude, you gotta love Corey. Corey is a rapper, guys. Corey, feel free to drop your Twitter, bro. Drop some of your links because you definitely got that fire. The last song you dropped, had a little Mexican flow to it. Absolutely loved it. But go back to what you're saying because I myself do think the defense is better.
Right. I'm taking Whitney Merciless over Vic Beasley, and I don't even like Whitney Merciless.
Oh, come on.
But that's it. It is. I'm taking their other outside linebacker, and I can't remember his name right now. He's like a third-year guy. God, I'm slipping on his name, but I'm taking him over Brendan Scarlett. Okay, now their defensive tackles. They shipped off Jarrell Casey to Denver, but they already had his replacement, the guy from Mississippi State.
Potentially.
And I'm sucking on his name right now. I'm sucking on names right now, so I can't.
Dead Threat brings up a good point. He's like, disagree. We don't know what our D is even going to be yet.
I mean, I guess from a scheme point, but what did you do to really upgrade the Harold Landry? Thank you. But what did you really do to upgrade personnel wise? And he's still a rookie DC.
I agree.
Like he's going to take lumps, guys. Like we were the 19th overall ranked defense last year. Tennessee was top 15. I don't remember the exact number they were, but they were better than us last year. Jeffrey Simmons is the other name. Thank you, Samuel.
Houston Texans Talk. What is up, brother? Always love when other YouTubers come on the stream. You know we do it big. You know we care about every single one of each other. I think out of all the other communities, bro, I think we do a good Houston Texans community. No, not really beef between anybody. But guys, let me plug something in. As you guys all know, the big news a couple weeks ago is that I have joined the Fantasy Football Counselor. I am now a part of the Fans of Fat Network. I'm going to type it in. Please do me a favor and not only go check out the website, but go subscribe to the YouTube channel because things are going to be dropping pretty soon. You know, I am quote unquote the ambassador of the Houston Texans. Basically, I am the main guy making content for the Texans. And when I can't do it, you know, I've talked to Cody. I've talked to Houston Texans Thoughts about coming on. So a lot of big things are coming from this website. Cody, I am blessed to be fortunate to be a part of, you know, I sent this message to you. I was like, dude, is this real? I was like, I don't think this dude is legit. But blessed to see where I'm at. Guys, feel free to go to fanoffan.com. Feel free to go, you know, please subscribe to Fan of Fan Network on on YouTube and show them some Texan love because we have 32 YouTubers from all 32 NFL teams. Cody's about to be coming on. Houston Texans Talks is about to be coming on as well. So, you know, going back to what we said, let's say hi to some people. Always know, you know, Gerardo, Football to 503. Sam Bullock says, hey. Xavier Hall says, our LB core is better. DBs are equal. Our front seven is equal, if not better. I agree to disagree. Good show. The front seven, I think, is not going to be better until we actually see the way it plays out.
Exactly.
Anthony Weaver said, you know, he said, what did he say? He said, I have all the pass rushers. I just got to get them involved. And I'm like, absolutely agree.
Look, and I didn't even get to the D-line in the 3-4. If Watt's healthy, it's obviously us.
Yeah.
That's a big if. Blacklock, while I think he has high potential, we haven't seen him yet. We did see he said the name earlier, but for the rookie for the Titans. Look, their linebacker core as 4 linebackers in the 3-4 is better than ours. Secondary, if you want to even it out because they have better safeties, we have better corners, fine. If you want to, if this is just position by position, but D-line, we have better if Watt's healthy. It's just they obviously worked better at least last year.
Absolutely agree. I mean, I think this defense has potential. I mean, I'm very excited for this defense, the way it plays out. If he goes back to that, you know, that Baltimore Ravens system that he came out of, that Buffalo Bills system that he came out of, you know, it's going to be absolutely agreed. Cruz said, we need a GM also. We are being cheap with the Brian and make bad calls. Make bad deals. Okay, here's the thing about that is I cannot judge all these deals until I see it play out, if that makes sense, Mr. Cody. I need to see a year worth of David Johnson, a year of Brandon Cooks, a year of Eric Murray. And if it happens to come out and ball out, I'll eat crow. I'll say, hey, Brian, I'm freaking sorry that I doubted you and cursed you out and talked all bad about you to my family. But it's just a wait and see, Cody.
Absolutely. Look, the only one I think is a loss, either way, any way you look at it, unless David Johnson gets 1K, which is highly unlikely. Only 3 people have ever done that in NFL history. The Hopkins trade.
Yep.
The loss.
Everybody should be up to trade except for number 4. It's just the amount that you got. And we've explained this before, yeah.
Exactly. So, like, the Tunsil trade. I like it. I would do it again. But it's a neutral trade for me because we put ourselves in that position.
Yeah.
We drafted Martinez Rankin over Orlando Brown. Like, we put ourselves in that position to go get Tunsil. Now, again, I would do it again in a heartbeat because we needed it. But we put ourselves in that position. Duke Johnson trade, I don't like it because we traded a third for a running back and didn't use him enough.
Yep.
Conley?
It's just the way. Now Conley's a dog. Conley, as we all know, was horrible in Oakland. We switch him to a man corner. 14 pass breakups on the season, 3 in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not saying O'Brien is horrible, and
That's not what I'm
what
saying
people
either. I'll
think
give
that
props
that
where props are due.
one thing about us, Cody, and a lot of people else as well, is like we give him credit when he gets credit is due, right? You traded away Martinez Rankin and you get Carlos Hyde and he has 1,000 yards rushing, right? So, I mean, he has the good things. Houston Texans thought, I think, is pretty drunk. He said, I'm on that good tea. He said, I can wrap around these dudes like snakeskin. I read it as foreskin the first time. So that's pause on me. Dookie Sore has been asking this question. He said, have y'all heard that Brashard Breeland got suspended 4 games? That's tough.
That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt their secondary, of course, because he's their number 2 corner, I think. Something that's not brought up about the Chiefs secondary, they have Tyron, but they have, and I believe it's Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who was really good before he got hurt last year as a rookie. So they have some guys in that secondary. If it's not Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, someone correct me. There was a couple safety drafted last year that I might be getting mixed up with the guy who went to the Saints. But either way, it was the safety, the rookie last year that was pretty good before he got hurt. So they have pieces in that secondary. Don't sleep on them, but Brashard Breeland is going to hurt them not being there for week 1.
Houston Texans talk. Thank you for the 199. Too lit on this tea right now. Tell us exactly what you're drinking because I might want some.
There you go, Juan Thornhill. I got him mixed up. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Okay. Now, Desha, before I get to your question, I got to get to Mr. Corey's because Corey is the bro. Really has potential for this defense as far as rank or how we should fare rush. If you go from 19 to 14, 13, maybe even 10, then that's successful. Like I'm not gonna say the defense is gonna be one of the best in the NFL. If it just improves by 4 or 5 slots, then you're in a position where hey, things could happen for you.
Dude, top 15, I'm happy.
Oh, and it has all the potential in the world to be it. Desred had an awesome question. He said, JJ, if he stays healthy, 10 sack season over under. I think 12 is a ceiling. Hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna say under. You guys know I've never been a big fan of JJ Watt, and the fact about JJ Watt is he hasn't stayed healthy the past couple of years. He said that he feels the best he's had since 2014, and if that's the case, then the NFL needs to watch out because who's to say this dude pops out another 20 sack season?
Yeah, look, I think the better over-under is how many games he plays. So
that's a good question for the stream. Boys, over or under 8 games? 8 games. Let me know what you got. Boxing Legend says AB is wanted. LB is always wanted. Corey said BS. We haven't made any bad deals, honestly. Now.
Oh, God. Come on, Corey.
Now, Corey, we love you, bro. I would love for you to come on the channel and really talk about the trades that you think he did good. Harold said, hi. Why did you add the hi? Just say hello. We love you. How do you say this name? Unquiet84. That's a dope name. But I have a feeling we might win Thursday night against the Chiefs. Ever since we had Watson as QB, we've been undefeated on Thursday Night Football. That is the underrated stat that I have not known about. I mean, let's look about it, right? Was it he won against the Bengals? That was Monday night or Thursday night?
That was Thursday night. That was his rookie season. That was his first win.
Have we had a Thursday Night Football with Watson?
Was he the quarterback when we played the Dolphins on Thursday night? Was he still there?
He was, and we smacked him. It was like 5th. Oh, he said Colts, Dolphins, Bengals. Okay.
So we had 2 Thursday night games. No, we played the Dolphins, and it was his second year, right?
Yeah.
So
where he had more touchdowns than passing completions.
And then we won the Thursday night last year against the Colts, and they beat us the other game. Yeah. So, yeah, that's right.
Houston, Texas, thank you for the 199. He said deep Eddie sweet tea and Red Bull lemonade. That sounds delicious, right?
But to say the least, Dolphins, Bengals, and I'm high on the Colts. Even the Colts aren't the Kansas City Chiefs.
So Boxing Legend has a question. If we sign AB, we know AB's numbers can be if the Texans sign him. Will the lack of real competitive football affect him a lot? I don't think so. Cody is a type of player to I'm sorry, not Cody. AB, AB is the type of player that balls out. Antonio Garcia said, Cody, I just subbed to your channel. How often can I expect you to upload good vibes?
Appreciate it, Antonio. So right now, I just started a new job. We're we're going kind of slow right now. I'm getting used to this job and stuff. We're doing one a week when the season starts. Pregame and postgame for the Texans, and none of y'all care, but of course the Cowboys because we do both teams. So when the season starts, twice a week.
When are you going to move to only Texans?
What's up?
When are you going to move to only Texans?
Dude,
because it's coming. It's coming.
The dynamic's cool though.
But it's coming because people want to see, is Cody a all Texans or is he wishy washy? But I'll subscribe to Cody JW Football Talk, even though he looks like a caveman right now. Feel free to subscribe. He is the bro. He is coming tomorrow to watch to draft fantasy football. Speaking of fantasy football, I have to show off. Cody, you know what I'm going to show these guys. Guys,
it's mine, boys.
I need you to drop me a W or an L. What do you guys think about this? The fantasy football winner will win this championship belt. This is a legit belt, Cody. As legit as it gets. I haven't even taken the tape off.
Still got the plastic on there.
Still got the plastic. As legit as it gets. Fantasy football, WWE type belt. Next year we'll do one with the fans. But going back to the questions, football said Astros had 2 innings with base loaded and both struck out. That's fine. The Astros are getting heated up. Tubi's getting heated up. Dead Shreds. He's saying yes. That's how my username is pronounced. Unquiet84. Awesome, bro. If Martin Barr's out, does that Sting take out the Clowney trade? Now, hold up. How is this an L?
He's drunk.
He that's a hater. Okay, I love you, bro. So keep on sipping that tea. But I've put this video out before. If Martin balls out and Conley balls out, who won the Clowney trade?
Well, I mean, look, if you look at it, Seattle didn't keep him. They got him for 1 year, and we wouldn't have got that 3rd round comp pick like I thought we would have because he decided not to sign early enough. So right now, we won the trade. We still have a player on our team, even though Jacob Martin is not the level of Jadeveon Clowney anywhere near. Even though sacks aren't everything, guys. I need y'all to understand this. But we won the trade, but the argument that he still isn't signed, guys, y'all got to stop that. He's chosen not to be signed. He's got plenty of offers from the Dolphins, from the Browns, from the Seahawks, from us, from the Titans. He's choosing where he wants to go.
Absolutely agree.
So,
Desiree says, nice belt, Ruben. Damn, yeah, man. It's an actual WWE championship type belt. Shout out to the guy on Amazon who I got it from. Another question, Boxing Legend. Don't feel bad about asking questions. Will the Texans splurge the money that we know they have? They have about, 21 mil in cap space? Do you think they save it for Deshaun Watson and Zach Cunningham's contract, or do you think they go balls out and sign somebody big?
Well, it's for this year. That money doesn't come on the books until their contracts are up.
Yeah, agree.
Cunningham. But rollover. I think rollover is going to be huge, especially with the cap kind of decreasing for the next couple of years to make up for this year, stuff like that. The rollover, I don't know if it's going to be Clowney or it's going to not be anybody because rollover is going to be huge for, like you said. So it does kind of go into the Cunningham and Watson thing, but that rollover money that will go into next year if we have extra cap space is going to be huge.
Yeah, so first, hold on, guys. Let me drop my Twitter for y'all real quick so y'all can follow me. 713HSP. Like I said, we're going under a brand name. Thoughts on the Rockets defense in the playoffs? I'm not sure if you've been watching the Rockets, Cody, but this defense looks legit. Here's what they did is that they switched to a zone defense. And anybody who knows anything about basketball knows that a zone defense, if run correctly, is unstoppable. We've seen Harden just constantly moving around the court. And this is a different Rockets team that we have seen. There's a good chance we win the finals.
So I've been able to watch the end of the last 2 games work. The last one started early, so I wasn't able to catch it with starting this new job, like I said. Has it been a 2-3 zone?
I believe so. I have to double check, but they switched from going man to man. But
yeah, I think it's a 2-3 zone, and if that's run correctly, like you said, the other
If
teams
run
just
correctly,
shoot.
it's unstoppable because you're kind of trapping at the wings and stuff like that. But if the Texans, if Rockets keep it up, then it's gonna be unstoppable. I don't. We're gonna like if we play against the Lakers, we're gonna smack the Lakers. The only team that I'm kind of worried about is the Clippers because they can play that small ball as well with Montrezl Harrell. They got Pat Bev, who is an absolute is so ugly, but he's there too. Kawhi's a beast. Paul George, Paul George is horrible in the playoffs, but could the Astros be good luck every time we play when the Rockets win? I sent out a tweet. I said, when was the last time the Houston teams lost? Dread Shred says, how about this, Cody? How about we spend it on Jadeveon Clowney and Antonio Brown?
That would be great. I don't think AB is going to cost that much because of all of his problems, and it's going to be very incentive based. If he doesn't work out, cut him. No loss there. Jadeveon Clowney would be the one that costs a lot. Maybe pushing $15 million. We could do it if we wanted, but again, I think they're thinking about rollover. And like what we said earlier, we got to see what cuts are made to bring the roster down to 53, and then a move can be made there.
Yes, sir. Houston Texans talk. Who is drunk but is on the stream said, "We taking the shit, bring the dip." I agree. The Houston Rockets are going to win the World Series, dude. I am all over the place today. Astros are going to win it too. Opinions on Scotty Phillips. I feel he would be a great running back if given a chance. Scotty Phillips was undrafted and has a good chance of making this roster. We've heard good things about Karan Higdon, and we haven't heard good things about the other running backs. But I would love to see Scotty Phillips because he reminds me of a little bit of Aaron Foster.
I haven't watched a lot of Scotty Phillips, not gonna lie. He does have a shot at the roster, like you said. We typically keep 4, but I don't know how
Still got Buddy Hall and all that, yeah.
And Colin Gillespie plays into maybe taking one of those running back spots. So I don't really have an opinion on him. I haven't watched a whole lot of him, to be honest.
Absolutely agree, buddy. We're 22 deep, guys. Please drop some W's in the chat for all of us. Deshred says, to have AB and Fresh at mid-season, just imagine. And this is where I agree. He suspended the first 8 games. The Houston Texans wide receivers have not been able to stay healthy. If you get Antonio Brown week 8 fully healthy, then it's absolute dangerous. Then it's all systems go because it adds a level of mysteriousness to your Houston Texans team that this offense is nowhere near complete yet.
Yeah, like you said. If we can sign him and then keep him for 8 games, that would be great because who knows if Will Fuller's there after 8 games, and he would be fresh legs, maybe a little bit slow to get into the process because he missed last year too. So he adds a different dimension as a receiver, a different type of receiver, route running, not necessarily speed, it's route running with him. So it would be nice, would be cool. One thing I'll touch on is I see AB making $4 million.
That's not a bad price if you're Antonio Brown.
I think it's $4 million. Maybe like $3 million guaranteed, and then can make like 7 or 8 based on incentives.
Absolutely agree. I'm just excited, bro. Like I haven't been this excited for a season in a very long time because I really think, and this is not just me gassing up my team. I really think we have a chance, man. I mean, and I haven't felt like this since 2012 after they go 12-4 and then go 2-14. I mean, it'd just be horrible. I have a very good feeling about this team if O'Brien can delegate his power.
Which he has so far.
He has so far, but push comes to shove. Our offense isn't clicking. Something is going right. Who's to say you don't take over? But, we're going to be on for a couple more minutes. Cody's a little bit tired. I'm tired as well. Been working for 13 straight days.
Man, I've been doing construction for a year and a half, but hopping up on roofs and walking around is a different kind of wore out.
Yeah, for sure. Here's a good question, but I'm sorry. First, before I get to Xavier Hall, Ben McLemore has been an absolute stud. Just hits everything. Surprisingly decent defense. Xavier Hall said, do y'all think PJ Hall will give us anything this year? If he loses weight, yes, because he's a little pudgy.
Well, then that becomes a conversation. Is he playing the 1 tech or is he playing the defensive end 3 tech and the 3-4 at least?
I think at the way he is now, he is the 1 tech. which is just going to be stopping the run that throws. You don't know what a one tech is. And if he drops, 30 to 40 pounds, then he immediately becomes a three tech. And it's not hard for someone his size to drop a bunch of weight.
And he's 6 foot tall. Like, he's shorter than me.
Yeah.
And to hold 320 pounds is not good at 6 foot tall.
And he's got wheels.
Yeah, so he probably needs to lose that weight. And then to say he does anything, at that point he's behind Blacklock, Watt, and Amenahue. So
I get the 5 reasons why the Texans wouldn't take the next step. Yes, guys, feel free to go check out Houston Texans Talk. As you know, please drop your info for your channel so the fans here could go check it out. Unique 8-4 said, do you think 17,000 crowd capacity area for Thursday Night Football will have a reflect influence on the game? No. 17,000 would not have. I used to ref
17,000 only Chiefs fans.
I don't think it does. Look, man, I used to ref high school football in the dark years, and I've been in crowds of 17, 18, 20, and if it was closed, like enclosed spaces, then I would say yes. But Arrowhead, it's a big old thing, and you don't know where people are going to sit. You're also going to have people sitting 8 rows back from the bench. I don't think it's going to be affecting anything at all.
It's not going to be loud as normal, of course, obviously.
But and it's an open roof.
17,000 only Chiefs fan. It's going to have it might not be huge, but it's going to have a effect, considering we're going to come home the next week against the Ravens and have no fans.
Another thing, Trent Hopkins, who we know wants big amount of money, can free agency. I think the long run, I don't know what kind of question you have, but Hopkins is trying to get paid. Don't know. You asked the question a couple times. Do you think the Rockets will be able to get Kevin Love to pair with James Harden? Kevin Love has a horrible contract. He's still very good. Could rebound, can shoot the three, can play defense, getting up there in age, I think 34, if I'm not mistaken. I would love Kevin Love.
I'm pretty sure he's on contract for another 3 years, so the Cavaliers would have to cut him.
His contract is horrible.
Exactly. So I would love him as a small ball center. I think he fits that bill perfectly. And this is if he was our small ball center, that'd be ridiculous.
Dude, if Kevin Durant was our center, we would be unstoppable.
Kevin Love?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, well, he said Kevin Love.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kevin Love as well will be unstoppable, right? But if we get KD or, dude, imagine even Giannis. Don't even get me started on Giannis. I hate the dude. Do you think we will have fans this season? I don't think so. I think they will stick to not having fans because Texas, our governor, is so dumb. He didn't play this correctly at all, and the cases are still high.
We'll have fans as soon as the election's over.
So, all right, let's not get into this conspiracy stuff because now we're entering the Joe Rogan territory, right? Is this just for the election? We're not going to get into that. I mean, we can if we get like a Discord going and we start talking. Oh, that'd be nuts. Son, we get a Discord going. Jeff Green is balling out. Absolutely agree. Sure. Jeff Green is balling out. And this is why I'm excited. This is why I wish Derek Morey was the GM for the Houston Texans. He's brought 4 players who really haven't been well known in the league, absolutely balling out. Daniel House, who was an afterthought. Ben McLemore, who was almost out the league. Jeff Green, old as heck. And there's another player, man, who I really forget about. I mean, Austin Rivers as well. You bring in Austin Rivers, dude, who is a very good player, but seems to be getting better. It seems
like every year the Rockets or Darren Moy is able to find someone like that. It was like Gerald Green. Was that 2 years ago?
Man, can you imagine Gerald Green in the system?
Yeah.
He's
just hurt right now, I think is the thing.
Yeah, he broke his leg. But I think that's a good way to end it. It's 9:18. I'm definitely tired. Cody is definitely tired. So I'm going to let you guys go. Feel free to follow Cody at JW Football Talk on YouTube. Great content. He knows more football than me, but I got that swag. No, I'm just kidding. Feel free to follow JW Football Talk, man. I love you guys. As always, go Texans, go Rockets. Y'all guys have a blessed day. Nothing much more. This is gonna be mine in a couple months. Love you guys. Y'all be